Welcome to my YouTube channel, Share Your Coding Experience. In this video, I'll be talking about Java generics. Okay, so what is generics? Generic is not specific to Java, it is a common concept. Okay, generic was added to Java 5 to provide compile time checking and removing risk of class cast exception. Before I'm getting into before I'm talking more about the Java generics, let me show you a simple example. And it's just imagine you are using a Java 4 and prior to Java 5. So what was the problem we were facing? And so then you will understand like what benefit we are getting out of Java generics actually. Okay. So let me start this simple program. So list numbers is equal to new array list. Yes, okay. Let me import these variables. Sorry, this classes. Okay. Now I'm adding this three numbers to this 10, 20, and 30. Okay. Now let me. I want to get the value first. I wanted to check get the first value from the list. So value 1 is equal to numbers dot get. Okay, 0. Well, so you can see that the compiler doesn't compile the code. Why? Because the get function returns an object, whereas we are trying to assigning object to a value. So it's not a safe conversion, or it doesn't allow. So if you're sure this particular value is integer, then you can do as conversion like this. So the compiler compiles the code, no problem. Now let's say we are calculating a total of all these three values. Okay, so all we have to do is we have to do this conversion, right? 1, then 2. Then let me print the total. I'm going to run this program. See, we got the total as 60. No problem at all. Now imagine I'm just going to put a 0 here. All right. There's no issue. There's no problem at all. There's no compilation issue. And if we run this program again, you can see the program finished with the non-zero exit value, which means that the application terminated abnormally. Okay, so let us catch this exception and see which line throws this problem. Okay, try catch. Time being, I'm catching this exception as a general exception. Okay, I know what kind of exceptions, what exception it throws, but I'm just catching it as. Don't worry about all those things. Just let's see what's going on. All right, now it gives you the stack trace. What it says, okay, a double cannot be cast to the integer. Okay, and this particular exception throws from line number 17. Line number 17. Let's go through that. In this first one we converted the numbers dot gets 0 to an integer, which is at the time is a perfectly an integer number, and similarly 20 is also an integer, whereas 30.0 actually treated as a double, and you can't convert a double to an integer. So this particular expression, okay, numbers dot get, then typecasting to integer throws an exception. So this kind of exceptions are very common in Java prior to Java 5 programs. So there are a lot of unpredictable exception, a lot of production issues. Similar. It's just specific to number. It could be like a bit conversion between the objects as well. So and this is very hard to detect as well. And there is no compiler. Compiler doesn't say that this is not safe conversion, or you can't do that. Okay, so that is what is we are getting as part of Java generics, right? It provides a compile time checking and removing risk of a class cast exception. Now let's take the advantage of Java 5 generic features. In the generic, as after implementing and after adding Java generics to the Java 5, the whole collection framework was rewritten. Okay, to get this like the compile time checking and remove risk of class cast exception. So I'm just changing this list as an integer. Then I'll talk more about the the generic class and functions and extra. See now, see now we are in the latest version or a Java 5 or above Java 5 version. See, the moment you say, okay, the list I wanted to store numbers, it's just integers. The moment you say it's an integer, basically you're telling to compiler, okay, we are going to store numbers. Okay, compiler realize, okay, this is only store this particular variable or the collection is going to store numbers. It compiles line number 12, 13, but 14. It shows the compilation problem because it knows it's an integer. It doesn't allow any double value. So you have to do this. Now, no compilation issue. And you can see line number 18, there's the expression like int, the bracket expression, the conversion to integer is now failed. Right? The reason behind that, because the moment compiler knows these numbers are integer, there is no unnecessary casting record because it knows these values are integer. So you can just take it off. See, this is what I'm saying. Compiler provides the compile time checking. Okay, and strong type checking. The generic code and issues errors if the code violates the type safety. That is what is the because of these generics, we can write the generic algorithm. Okay, we don't have to write it because if you're writing a code, imagine prior to Java 5, if your algorithm is a common but the data type is different, then you have to write this algorithm multiple times to satisfy other data types. Whereas after Java 5, you can write your algorithm. Don't worry about type. You can write your algorithm. Then you can use the different by using generics. You can pass the different types and execute the program. Okay. I'll get more deep into that one in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.